and it was a month ago to the day, maybe even to the hour, that we were at the Newport Folk Festival, and the question was asked, would you impose a mask mandate statewide? You said, not unless something drastic happens. Is that your opinion as of right now, that nothing drastic has happened and you're not considering a statewide mask mandate, indoor or general?
Everything is under consideration. But I think that people should know, I've been asked many times, how I measure the issue. And it's complicated, right? Safety's first. But I just want to tell you the metrics that I use in terms of evaluating this. I look at the facts and try to, really verify the facts. So we have facts that have to do with vaccination rates, right? Leading the country, right? At one point in time, we were at the bottom, right? U.S., the death rankings, right? We're fortunate right now that we have one of the lowest death, unfortunately, fortunately in Rhode Island, they're attending the fewest funerals that COVID related in the country over the last several weeks, right? That's facts. The infection rate. I'm just telling you the things that I evaluate in terms of trying to make this decision, and any of the decisions. And this might take a little while to go through, but I've been prepared for this question, and I think that people out there need to hear the metrics I'm using. Infection rankings, right? There was a time that Rhode Island was the most infected place in the world. It was the red dot on the map. Today, it's in the last data I saw, it was the third least infected state in the country. As well as the hospitalization rates. The same type of scenario would be where we're, I think the last data I saw, we're the 7th lowest hospitalization rate in the country. Where at one time we were one of the per capita, the highest hospitalization rates. And the testing rankings, which we had led the country since day one, we continue to do that. So those are the facts that I look at. Reliable estimates. I think that is really important. So estimates are estimates, and then you have to look back and see how accurate those estimates were. So several weeks ago, I was told that we were going to double the infection rate every week on both infections and 7-day average. If that was true at that point in time, today we would have 1,500 infections, and we would have 1,000 infections 7-day average. So those are things that are really important to be looking at, where we are in this moment in time. And then there's a number of things that people, the projections, right? They're based on information, but they also go into that area where they're not necessarily, true estimates as opposed, but they're like where we might be, where we might go. So all those things have to be put into considerations. I also want to tell the people who are watching this, these are the type of things that we have done, right, and recently. A vaccination protocol for all healthcare workers. We agreed to recommend to prepare field hospitals, to reopen the field hospital. We signed I signed an executive order requiring mask protocol in school districts for districts who had not adopted a mask protocol. We agreed to mask protocol at State House and government buildings. We're negotiating a vaccine policy with state workers, which we've discussed here, and we have also agreed to a policy to continue hiring retired state workers now that there's an emergency order in. I think that's very important for the people here. I think it's very important that we report this, where we are right now. So right now, am I considering a mask mandate publicly? Everything is on the table. But at the moment, I don't see the need, but if we start doubling infection rates, as was suggested to me, not suggested, was told me by people I respect, people that give me information. If we start seeing those trends, then yes, that's a possibility. But at the moment, I'm not there yet, but I could get there. There's a long way around it, but I wanted to lay out this information that really people need to hear. Because as we put out projections that are alarming to a certain degree, I think we should also have to tell people, look, we do have, the facts are with us right now, and we want to keep it with us, and we want to get people vaccinated, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure we're safe. And that's what we've been doing over the last several weeks, addressing this Delta variant.